What's up, people? This is DET Aquarium, and today I'm going to be doing an update on the 11.4 gallon Mr. Aqua. Now, I know it's been a couple months, but I wanted to show you what it looks like before I even do any kind of trimming to my moss. So let's go ahead and get into it. Now, before we even get into the shrimp, I just wanted to show you this unintentional moss wall that I created. Now, if you recall, I usually put my Indian almond leaves up against the glass, and that's just because I have smaller shrimp tanks. So if I were to place a full-sized leaf on the substrate, it would really take up a lot of space that I don't already have. If you look closely, this mini Christmas moss has just kind of creeped its way up on this decaying Indian almond leaf and attached itself, and it just keeps growing up and up towards the water surface. And I'm going to let it do that before I really trim it back at all. And I just kind of want to see where it goes from there. For those of you who might not remember, this particular shrimp tank houses my carbon rillies. Now, this is a Neocaridina shrimp species, and here's an excellent example of what the rilly pattern looks like. You can see the darker head, the clear body, and then the darker tail again. And unfortunately, rillies, for the most part, don't breed 100% true. And that just means that a lot of times rillies, when they reproduce, you may get a 10, 15, 20% of the time, you may get a pattern you may not even recognize, one that's not a rilly pattern. They may produce a full solid body. They may produce a lighter head and lighter tail. It really just varies. Here are a couple great examples of carbon rillies. This one here on the right hand side has the perfect rilly pattern with a nice dark head, the clear midsection, and then the dark tail, which is exactly what I'm looking for in a rilly. A lot of times though, again, as I just said, the patterns are going to vary whenever they produce a mass amount of shrimplets, just because they don't breed 100% true. As you can see, this particular carbon rilly has the dark head, a little bit darker midsection, and the dark tail, and I still consider this a nice rilly. But people in the shrimp hobby go through a process called culling, and a lot of people aren't familiar with it, but when you have species that don't breed true or don't exhibit a certain quality that you're looking for, they remove those shrimps from the aquarium to have a higher chance of breeding the pattern or the quality that they're looking for. That's all for this update video. I hope you guys enjoyed and maybe learned something new today. If you have any comments or questions, or if you're interested in purchasing any carbon rillies, you know how to reach me, private message, or leave a comment below. I'll be more than happy to get back to you as soon as possible. Other than that, I appreciate your support, and you guys have a fantastic week ahead.